Welcome to the readings for the influence of this conjunction Uranus with North Node in Taurus that is going to happen in July on everybody's life, and I will do a reading for each life path or life purpose number. To start with, more about this event. So Uranus, this planet of innovation and discovery, which is actually the rebel, the one that brings change, and also known as the sky god, spends 7 years in each sign of the zodiac. He is like the upper mind, very much about the mind, about intelligence, discoveries, as I said, technology. And Uranus is in Taurus since 2018, and Taurus is very much an earth sign, a stability that values emotional and material safety. It doesn't really like change. And then we have the North Node, which is showing us like our destiny and the challenges and where do we have to go, and the experience that we strive to have in order to develop our spirituality. And when the North Node was already in Taurus, as we know, since January 2022, when these two are in conjunction, it means that they unify their energies, and then it brings radical changings in destinies, in even on earth destinies, because now we are talking about this earth sign. The common focus here and the strengths that they bring to each other, we can use it to think about the visions that we are holding for us as a personal level and for the entire collective. They are going to be both at 80 degrees. The whole energies will be about let go of the past and be open to changes and trust that these changes are for the good, for the evolution. In a way, we are going to awake to divine love even more. So I suggest for all of you to just check in the chart what do you have in Taurus at 18 degrees. If there are any more some planets there, that of course the energy of the planets will assist you even more, but mostly check in which house do you have the 18 degrees Taurus, and that's the house where the changes can be reinforced. So it's going to happen around 31 of July. We need to be prepared. The energies is already there. They are already both in Uranus getting closer to each other. So as I said, I'm going to do a reading for every life path. I start with life path number 1, which is the Magician, and I will use these cards now from the major arcana, because we can also see this as a kind of life purpose, and the number 1 can also come from number 10. So you have in this case for number 1, you have a life purpose card and a soul purpose card. The life purpose card, so the Magician, that's what you came in this lifetime to achieve. So everything is open to you, all the doors, you have all the necessary tools to achieve wherever your dreams are, mostly to remember that you are the Magician. And the soul purpose, or soul is looking for in different lifetimes, and we know this wheel of fortune can turn around. Keep on mind that everything is just an experience, so everything you do in this lifetime, it's another experience that you choose to have based on the qualities and the challenges that you came here to achieve. And the destiny, it's like show us by the North Node most of the time. So this is maybe a time for you to reevaluate where you are on your path, how good are you using your magician tools, and what kind of change can you bring in your own life, but also for everybody around you. And I will pick up 3 cards, 1 card for the heart, mind and spirit. So for the heart we have number 7, the Chariot. This is we can see here the 2 horses with the yin and yang in a kind of balance, but also ready to go. All you have everything you need in order to follow your focus. You have an attitude of knowing your path, which is very clear at this point, and it's also related to Cancer. We are still in the Cancer sign, so maybe a very useful period now for you to find your focus. And we have here the sun. We have this beautiful color that makes us think of the solar plexus, so it's important to reinforce this chakra. I will pick up a card for this chakra and see maybe an extra message. And we have the card of miracle, and then I think this speaks for itself. Just expect miracles when you focus, when you have the attitude of you are ready to do it. You are the magician, so you can create the miracles for sure. I will just read the story associated with this card. Darkville is a town of self-centered people. One day, Betty is given too much change and she returns the extra money. A brilliant light bursts from the stem of a dead oak tree in the center of the town. The citizens are wondering by the sudden brightness, but neither question the sun's sparkler nor change their cheating ways. One day a child asks it why it came, tells her that it shines for all that is good in the world and appears when a good deed occurs. The residents of Darkville are touched and become more selfless. Beautiful story about how can we be counted for being an inspiration, being a light, lighting in the way for others. And this is what we are all called to do in these days. I think there are important days in which we have to show our light even more stronger than maybe normal, and even if it's not always easy, and bring the light. And it's, see the sun here, the sun is shining for all of us, and doesn't look at us how we are, good or bad, doesn't make any judgments. In the same way, we also have to spread our light, especially for those who maybe are now in fear. They don't trust that the light is going to shine on them as well. The next card, it's the card for mind, and we have the 7 of Swords. This is another 7. We have the Chariot, number 7. So again, the focus and attention. Of course, this card is mostly about paying attention to maybe somebody around you. It's not really the best interest at heart for you. It's associated with the mind, so it's an air sign, and actually it's associated with moon in Aquarius, and Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. All the thoughts that you have and the ideas maybe that you have, just keep them for yourself most of the time, or pay attention to with whom you are sharing your ideas. Show your light, of course, but share your ideas only with people you are really trusting, and even maybe your magic. And then the card for the spirit, it's the King of Swords, so we remain in the swords, we remain in the thought. This one is more Taurus and Gemini, and we see here a real knight. It's ready to step on this unicorn, so magic again, and follow the heart. Very much like the King's Arthur's knight, and it's ready to defend your beliefs. So this is what this fire and air card is bringing that, you know, you're ready for action here. Of course, you are ready. You know what to, you have to follow. You have a lot of ideas. Just pay attention with whom you are sharing your ideas. If your actions are from the heart, of course, you are really a defender of your beliefs. And let's see an extra card, an extra oracle card this time. So for the mind card, I like, first of all, it is a 44, a tower of cards. Pay attention, like we said, to all these thoughts with whom you are share them, and it's not really always going to work out. Just be prepared that even if some ideas are not coming out, that's also something you learn. You learn that this is not the way. You have to do it in a different way. And I see here like what you build in your mind, maybe you will realize that's not really the best thing to do. I think it's important to embrace ourselves totally. Remember, it's all the experience that you came here to have. Embrace yourself in your totality, and then trust the world as such will do it as well. And for the spirit, another oracle card. For the spirit, you have this powerful dragon, which share your thoughts. So when maybe it's about spirituality, we had here the card of be ready to defend your beliefs, and now it's about share your thoughts. Don't be afraid to express who you are, the magic that you have, the fact that you are capable to create a miracle. So that you have to trust. So this is the reading for number 1. The life purpose number 1 can also be obtained from the number 19. So 1 plus 9 is 10, 10 and 1. So in this case, the soul purpose is going to be the sun. So for the lifetime purpose, of course, you are the magician. You have all the tools in this lifetime to achieve wherever your dreams are. And as the soul purpose, your soul is always looking for the light, of course, for totally freedom, for a celebration, for enlightenment. So actually enlightenment, it's the final purpose of your soul. For those of you who have then number 19 as the soul purpose, when you add all the numbers of your birthday, you come to number 19, and then of course you can reduce it to 1, but then we have this combination. The card for the heart is the Page of Wands. The card for the mind, it's number 9, the Strength. And the card for the spirit, it's the High Priestess. So let's see. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a card that talks about adventure and a youthful feminine spirit ready to go in this context, because we said it's about the heart and it's even associated with the heart chakra. I will say that it's very much the fire energy that shows that you are capable of big things in the real world, in the physicality. So this is connected with the heart chakra, this beautiful energy. Let's say, see a card from the chakra wisdom, and the card that it become, it's the grief. Grief, a missing love. So even if people expect you, when you lose a pet, in this case with the story, to recover quickly, or even when you lose a dear one, grief is also a process that we need, and that's also a form of love. The love that we miss, that we cannot express, is in a daily form, but maybe this is something that you still have to deal with in whatever forms, and don't run from this matter of heart, because it's very important to transform this energy. It's very much a feminine energy here. Processes in the heart that still have to be solved. When it's about the mind, we have this card of strength that's associated with Leo on the side. So again, another fire element. We see here the courage, the way that she deals with a wild animal, but also the wisdom. And in the end, it's about finding the balance between this logic and intuition. Maybe the logic will tell you to stay away from this lion, but you have the confidence and you have the power to do it. Here it's very much about following the intuition and balance it with the logic, because we are talking about the mind. And I will pick up another card for an oracle card, and I get friendship. Now this time a girl with a bear, with a panda bear, beautiful as well. Important to give more time, make more time for the people who are important in your life at this moment in time. And then for the spirit, we had the High Priestess, being in tune with the cycles of life to become the High Priestess actually. And we had this as for the spirit, and the energy from this Uranus conjuncting North Node in Taurus, that maybe for you it's a sign to develop more your inner voice and to go to self-knowledge. And remember, this is very much associated with the moon, so using the cycles of the moon, that also seen as the cycles of life, work with the heart. We said here to balance between intuition and logic, and here again the heart. So heart is very present and in your reading, and that you need maybe in order to achieve the soul purpose, the enlightenment. For this card, I also choose an oracle card, and the oracle card is reveal your truth. The way I see it, if you look at these two cards, is the High Priestess. The High Priestess, maybe it's hidden after a mask. So now it's the moment to release that mask, to just show yourself the true High Priestess, the true spirit that you are. When you were born, your soul shine bright, really, like in this card of the sun. As you grew, you were thought of right and wrong. You were taught how to think, how to live, how to believe in a way that makes you fearful to say no. To disagree is to take risk alienation from family and society, and so you hide your true thoughts and feelings behind a mask. The mask hides your light. Cast it aside, embrace and live your truth, and let your soul shine once more. Very much in synchronicity with the other cards, the strength here, the sun, the healing of your heart. And maybe this is also about finding friends with the same kind of mentality, new friendships that allows you to be the magician that you are. And like we said here, once you put your mask away, then you can be that High Priestess and the magician, of course, and you don't have to hide anymore, because you have also people around you who will accept you just the way you are. Welcome to the reading for those with the life path number 2. We have here the High Priestess for the life purpose, and let's see how we align this with the energy of Uranus in conjunction with the North Node in Taurus. But the number 2 can be obtained from 11 and as well from number 20. So let's first look at number 11. So that will be your soul purpose. If you add all the numbers of your birthday and you come up 11, then this is your soul purpose, and then if you reduce it to 2, that's your life purpose. It means that in this lifetime you are looking to obtain the sacred knowledge, to develop your intuition, following the cycles of life, and very much the awareness of who you are. And as soul purpose in other lifetimes as well, not only in this one, it's this truth and fairness, and of course the balance that we see here, the justice. The sign associated is Libra. In the end, before you move to in the afterlife, they will measure the weight of your soul, and if you have a light and you live a good life, they put feather on the other side. So if you go to the other life, if this balance is now broken, so keep your heart very much at peace. It's also a mystic journey that you are having in this lifetime, of course, as well. For everybody, the reading was composed of 3 elements. One for the heart, and for the heart we have 4 of swords, a card for the mind, and we have 7 of cups, and a card for the spirit, and we have the 5 of coins. Now if we look at the meaning of the cards, the 4 of swords, it's a moment of rest. You see all the swords are here on the sand, this one also including time to take a step away from your thoughts. It's also Jupiter in Libra, we were talking about Libra here, so that brings a kind of joy. It's an air sign, and this card in particular is associated with the second chakra, so use this relaxed time to deal with your emotion, maybe to bring more creativity in your life. It's important to attend to our lower chakras now more than ever, so use this time properly. And then I pick up a oracle card from the chakra wisdom, and the card is service. The story is about a woman who dedicates her own life to the children, and sometimes she will have some doubts that maybe she should have also find a job outside the family. But then she realized that her legacy is very important. She just passed this to her daughter, the legacy of service. So it's important for you maybe to wonder with this card, what is your legacy? Think of and appreciate what you are doing, of course, because that's very important in how you deal with your emotion, and realize that whatever you do, there is not necessarily good or bad. You should have done. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Then we have this 7 of cups. Like this time we have the water energy, and the card as such is associated with the Sun in Scorpio. Talks about memories of the past, about, of course, it's a number 6, so it's associated with the lovers, the things that brings you joy, the things that bring you pleasure, the relationship, more of them, and how to bring light maybe in the sides that are a little bit hidden, because we talk about the Scorpio. So, but it's a very much a card of joy and how to find it. And sometimes it's enough to have memories of pleasant times from the past, and then we remember how it felt, and that also can bring us joy, just the fact that we had the chance to live those moments. The oracle card that I have for this 6 of cups, it's forgiveness. That's maybe an invitation. When you think of the past, maybe not all the memories are pleasant, but in order to find your joy, cultivate the joy even for the future relationship, it's a very important forgiveness. And sometimes we can even rewrite our memories. We go back to something that really disturbs us and doesn't bring us joy, and we can change it, like just trust that we can rewrite our memory disk, by trying to understand why people did whatever they had to do. So you have this time of relax or analyzing yourself, but also using maybe to bring forgiveness and just let go, because this is also very important with this Uranus conjuncting the North Node, of letting go. If we look at the spirit, we said we have a 5 of coins. That's an earth sign, but in this particular reading, because it's about the spirit, The meaning will be how to return to spiritual realms and maybe find teachers, maybe back to tradition because it's a number 5. But don't be trapped into the human form. Just transcend it. Realize that we can be so much more. They stay with the back to this shining gate here. They can enter there. They seems like a little bit unhappy, but then the gate is there shining, but they don't see it. So they are too caught in their maybe physical issues. And I will also pick up an oracle card for this, and the oracle card is Nourish the Soul. And this is a 29, so that's another combination. Then comes to 11, like you already had. So nourish your soul. I think it's true. All the cards are actually coming back to that. I will also read the text associated with this beautiful card. I think it says of what you need to hear now. Use your senses to explore your world, to see, touch, taste, smell, hear, and experience all that is within you and around you. Your journey through life is meant to be a sensory experience. Your life is meant to be a rainbow of color, full of motion and sound. It is not meant to be a bland, tasteless existence of simply black and white. Be sensual. And this is also with the second chakra, with the sacred chakra. Explore yourself in your world every day and nourish your soul with every moment. Yes, so this is a way of fulfilling your life purpose as well as the soul purpose. I hope you enjoy your reading. Continue with the number 2 as the life path number or life purpose number, and this time number 2 can be also obtained from number 20. So 2 plus 0 is 2. So if you add all the numbers of your birthday and you come to number 20, this is going to be the reading for you. And the card number 20 is the card of judgment. So we have the High Priestess as a life purpose. That means the sacred knowledge, the intuition that you have to develop in this lifetime, and also based on the moon, becoming very aware of the life cycles. And as a soul purpose, the judgment. The judgment here, of course, very clear, opening of the third eye, a renewal, a constant renewal in every lifetime, the spiritual awakening and the sacred knowledge in a way the same like in this lifetime. So life purpose and soul purpose are here very much interconnected the way I see it. So for everybody, I pick up the 3 cards. One card is for the heart, and here we have the world, a card for the mind, and we have here the 7 of Wands, and a card for the spirit, and we have the Chariot. I already see you have 2 major arcanas. Important energy for you, this Uranus conjuncting Norton in Taurus. And let's see for the heart, the card of the world. We know that after judgment, the next card is the world. So the moment that you have your spiritual awakening, like we see here with the opening of the eye, then you conquer the world. Look at the acorn here. We put a seed in the ground, then we get an oak. So this is how we grow up. Slowly trust that everything it takes, small steps, but it comes to completion. Also small steps in the daily life, of course. And this is associated with 7th chakra, with a crown chakra. Like you are already there in fulfilling your purpose, the way I see it, in your heart. You have the peace, you have the knowledge. And I pick up an oracle card for this from the chakra, because I said it's crown chakra, and I got instinct, which is again a very powerful card about how to reach a point. And this oak, the symbol of the growing oak, was also about how to find completion. And this is about trusting your instinct and don't turn your head back. This white wolf was advised not to turn his head back, because then he wastes energy that he needs to find a completion, to follow his path. If you follow your instinct, if you trust your instinct, if you know what you know in your heart, it's true, then you can find your completion, and then also this soul purpose, fulfill the soul purpose, not only the life purpose. Then for the mind, we have the Seven of Wands, which is Mars in Leo. That's a fire sign. It's talking about fighting for your heart desires, not necessarily physical fight, but it's about leadership, knowing precisely what you want to accomplish, like here with the instinct part. Don't turn your head back, push for the good development, and be aware of your thoughts, because we said we are in the mind part, and your thoughts, I see it here, can creating your reality, and that's why it's very important to control them every day, because that's how you can get what your heart desires. The oracle card that I pick up for this, it's called Reflection. See the beauty of the world around you, and maybe that's why it says to follow what your heart desires, and nobody knows what is in your heart. So if you don't give your heart what your heart desires, including in your thoughts, don't tell yourself you can't have this, you can't have this, and maybe even pay attention how you talk with yourself. And even this instinct here, in order to conquer the world, first you need to conquer yourself, let's say, and that means love yourself and appreciate yourself above anything, and embrace yourself just the way you are. And maybe that's a very good time to reflect on this with the energy that we have here. And for the spiritual, it's very powerful, the Chariot, another 7. We had here another 7, the same archetype of I'm ready, I know what I'm doing. You know, you are flying about the mountains here, you flow. I find this beautiful card of flow here for the spirit. I see indeed 2 hearts. It could be that you need love in order to do that, but in Chariot normally you have the 2 horses, the yin and the yang, who are balanced. Here it can be your heart and the higher heart of your higher self. You really know where you are going. You just ready for it. You are getting closer to the sun. You are getting closer to the light. You are the light. A very beautiful card for the spiritual evolution at this point. It's also associated with Cancer. We are still in Cancer, of course, not for the time that maybe this video will come out, but this is a very powerful time for you. And the oracle card, it's called Change is Unavoidable. I think we need to accept the cycles of life, what we said here, and this is part of your life purpose, to get used with the life circles and being able to use them for your sacred knowledge. We have the day and the night, we have the moon, we have the sun, we have the transformation from birth and death, and even the serpent who has to change his skin. We have the power of the lion. So everything is in constant changing, and it's important to accept that. The butterfly, that here we have the libella, the transformation. I am Gaia, I am the daughter of Great Spirit, who is the source of all. Change is unavoidable. Every second of every day you undergo change. Your perception is altered by what you see, feel and experience from one moment to the next. Your body ages and moves closer to death with every breath. Autumn will always come to end the beauty of summer, and the new hope of spring will always follow the winter. Change is all around you. Do not let your fear bind you to the past and prevent you from enjoying your present and future. Stop fighting. You cannot resist the inevitable, so choose instead to embrace it with acceptance and peace. Yes, that's true. And even we said here, fight for what your heart desires, but indeed even that fight can be with a kind of acceptance, not like putting I will not be happy unless that. You know what you want to accomplish in your lifetime, but with a kind of let go, knowing and trusting that everything will come at the right time. this is the way I see it here. I thank you for watching. Welcome to your reading for Uranus conjunction North Node in Taurus. In Tarot, because we have cards from 0 to 21, we can look at number 3 as the life purpose, and there are also 2 other cards that are also reduced to a 3, which is card 21, the world, and card 12, the hangman. So we will look now into those with total number of 21, the world. Then we will see the Empress, number 3, as the life purpose, and 21, the world, as the soul purpose. Of course, when you add all the numbers of your birthday, you can come to higher numbers than 21, but we don't have a tarot card for that, so we just reduce to this. The life purpose, the Empress, very clear Venus, a nurturing and loving energy with very much feeling and for Earth, for Mother Earth and for others, that the one that brings things together, the one that brings healing and of course a lot of beauty and creativity. Venus is ruled by Taurus, so when we have these energies, then it's even a more important period for you to achieve your life purpose. And if we look at the world, the card that we said it's the soul purpose, we have here the need to find fulfillment and joy, and to understand that the world is actually yours. All the experience that you came here to achieve, in the end, they just need to confirm to you that you have the world that you are creating. You have the power to create, and I think this is a very beautiful card, and you just have to discover this in each lifetime, and especially this one now, because we are here in magical times. For each number, I'm going to pick up 3 cards, one for the heart, and for you is the Ace of Wands, one for the mind, and that is the 5 of Cups, and one for the spirit, and that is the 9 of Cups. So then let's look at the meaning of the cards. So we have the Ace of Wands, a card of love. I mean, new love, it's coming. Maybe if you are already in a relation, new sparks, new beginning. Just keep your heart open, you know, like this plant growing here and is waving up in the wind. It's, of course, a fire element here. It's about the summer, and it's also associated with the root chakra from this color. And so I will take a card from the chakra wisdom, and the card that comes with the root chakra is acceptance. When I accept myself, I find love. You are in a place where you can find love. Keep your heart open, and this acceptance talks about loving yourself. The story is interesting that Cherry loves her work as a waitress, but feels that sometimes something is missing from her life. She has a boyfriend, but she has a feeling that he's unfaithful. One day, a customer ordered a pie, a cherry pie. When she cuts a slice out, she tells a friend that she sees her life as this pie with something missing all the time. But then the friend makes her remarks. Maybe her heart has the shape of this. It's always something missing in her heart. And then she decides to change her perspective. She leaves her boyfriend, and then she really opens her heart and accepts herself, most of it, and then knowing that she will also find the love. It's about the magical element of self-acceptance. When the time comes, you realize that you have unique qualities, and you just have to let them come into the world and see yourself complete just the way you are. Don't think that something is missing from you, keep your heart open. I think that's the main message for you with this Ace of Wands. Then for the mind, we had the Five of Cups, which is Mars in Scorpio, then brings a little bit of darkness. So the card as such is about feeling lost, feeling a kind of disillusion, dealing with maybe the 5 stages of the grief. But you have to realize that you need to go through it and accept the dark side of you, of your feelings. That's the Scorpio talking. And once you deal with this grief and explore your emotion, you will have some transitions. So allow your thoughts to attract what you want in your life, but of course first, with a heart open, take a holistic approach of what is really important for you. And I will pick up an oracle card for this, and the card is success. Réussite, I think in French. So you will manage to get over this transition in emotion. You are powerful. Don't forget, you are the world. You are here also the Empress in this lifetime. And when you look at the spirit, we have this Nine of Cups, which I found is so cute here. Finding yourself in that cup with everything you need. It's a card of happiness, more of course material happiness, but because it's Jupiter in Pisces, we can also think of a lot of dream that you can start dreaming. Once you have this material happiness, your heart, it's like a balloon going up in the sky, and then you can start dreaming. So I suggest it's a good time to you open your heart, you deal with your emotions, and then pay attention to your dreams and the wealth and the happiness that maybe you have at a material level. It will also come in spiritual. We know that we need first to have our needs fulfilled, and then we can be relaxed to meditate and think more of our soul. It's just maybe also a evaluation what really makes you happy, what is really wealth. And the oracle card that comes with this card, it's the Heed Your Dreams. Your dreams are a powerful tool for increasing self-awareness, for they contain within them the unfiltered truth. Whether it be a dream or a nightmare, here, they are keys to understanding your inner self, both your joys and your fears. Commune with Gaia and Great Spirit in the stillness of your room. Learn to read and interpret your dreams. Listen to what they tell you. Pay close attention to how they make you feel. Heed what they reveal and learn who you are and who you wish to be. Such a beautiful card here with a moon and a sun, and she looks like the Empress, like Venus, but very much integrated in the nature. Remember, this is the Empress. It's the nurture. It's Mother Earth. So with connecting with the nature, and then allow these dreams to tell you, like the card says, who you can be, and accept yourself and who you are now. I hope you enjoy your reading for this energy and use them as wisely as possible. Welcome to your reading for those of you with life path number 4 in this deck, then the Emperor. I will also consider another card. This is like your life purpose, and if the total numbers of your birthday are coming to 13, then we will consider card number 13 as your soul purpose. So we have life path, life purpose, soul purpose. The idea is that this is what you have here to come in this lifetime, and this is what you have to achieve in all your lifetimes. So for the life purpose, I know that seems a little bit creepy, but don't worry, it's a beautiful card. The card of Emperor, about this lifetime, It means that you are a caring authority, you have a sense of order, you are sensitive to others' needs, and you know how to focus on making choices because you are a leader. Here is areas that are really helping others or for the good of all. As a soul purpose, we see this beautiful card from this hand that comes the rebirth, comes this beautiful flower. So what's the soul purpose for you? It's actually move into unknown with each birth, with each rebirth, and in this way renew yourself, make yourself more beautiful with each new existence, maybe a new petal of this beautiful rose, opening more and more the rose of your own heart and your own spirit. So it's in the end a beautiful card for the soul purpose, because what is more beautiful than this cycle of birth, death, and then rebirth, and each time with more beauty inside you. For each number I pick up 3 cards, one for the heart and you have the 4 of Wands, one for the mind and you have the Moon, and one for the spirit and you have the Queen of Coins. The card for the heart, it's the 4 of Wands, which really means celebration, love, community, celebration in community, love in a community, and the gift of joy that you share with others. This is a card of perfect work, and it makes me always think of what my aunt used to say, that when 2 people are happy they can even live in a tree. So this is for direction, where you can already fix the corner of a house, and then you can say you have a house and it will grow. These beautiful plants will create the rest of the environment for you, very much anchored in the nature. So it's even Venus in Aries. We discuss about the Aries here, and it's a very much fire action card. It's associated with the third eye. When you have this energy, you can find easier joy. And I pick up a card for the third eye from the chakra wisdom, and the card for you is forgiveness. Somebody mentioned yesterday that she prefers to call it forgiveness, because forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, and in a way you don't have to forgive others. It's more than you have to forgive yourself for judging others. Somebody very important for me, I was too young then maybe and foolish, and I keep on remembering things that she used to tell me. I cannot afford to be upset on people. I cannot afford to get angry. I cannot afford to judge others, because it affects me. And at least now I just feel it instantly. I mean, just by having a bad thought or getting angry with somebody, I'm sick for almost days, depends on how long. So I can't even afford that anymore physically. So this story is the story of this Reno. Rhoda is her name. She lives in a town where she is not really very happy, and she dreams of having a family. Her mother is not really taking good care of her. And one day there is a small incident in the town, and there's a little bit of chaos. And this little child finds safety in her arms. And then the rest of the village, that they found them, and then they put her Rhoda just to sleep. And when she wakes up, she's surrounded by the family of this little boy. So she realized that she finally has her new family, because that was her dream, to become a family pet. So this is a beautiful invitation in a way, maybe to heal any kind of family issues if there are, and that heal them, and then in the same time to forgive yourself for any judgments that you did. Give this gift of forgiveness, then your heart will be even more full of joy. For the card of the mind, we have the moon here, and this is the high priestess. That's maybe a lot about your intuition at this point, and also about illusion and unconscious and secrets. So you can see it in two ways. Maybe to increase your intuition, that you have a high intuition, or just to relieve any kind of boundaries that still stop you from increasing your intuition. So it's for you to find out. And I also pick up another card from an oracle of the world, and the card for you is clairvoyance, so with the eye of Horus. So I think it's more about you developing a higher intuition here, who can give you the gift, if you don't already have it, maybe you are not even aware of it, of clairvoyance. So this is what this energy of Uranus conjunction with North Node in Taurus can mean for you, at least at mental, to release the blockages that you are not allowing maybe yourself to use your higher intuition, because it's not logical enough maybe. And for the spirit, we have this card of the Queen of Coins. This is determination and understanding of others. You have a very caring spirit, and you move forward. It's you are on a beautiful journey. You are looking for your destiny, and you are here using the energy of earth and with the coins, but also being a queen, very much the energy of the heart, and in this way emotions and water and earth. And I like this. This is the card associated with the energy of Mars. So you had Venus here and Mars, so the feminine and divine masculine. I see these two, even Mars, it will be the god of war, but with Venus together, they were an amazing couple. So I see this couple between your heart and the beauty, and maybe the warrior spirit, which is very much a good combination for you. And I will pick up a card for this tarot one, an oracle one, and the card for you is Seek Your Destiny. See here again the eye of Taurus, maybe another eye, but don't forget that you already had this card here associated with the third eye. So we have here the third eye in almost in all the three positions. This was a card 9, and this is a number 1, so new beginning. And I even pay attention that here you had a 4, you are a number 4. Coming back to Seek Your Destiny, this year you are totally ready to do this. If I see these cards, you have purpose and reason for being. You could have one or even several destinies. Are you afraid to believe in destiny because others may laugh? Open up your intuition. Don't be. It could be as simple as taking a moment to look within and discover those things that you love most passionately and bring them out into the light. But you will never know if you are afraid to step through the doorway and see what's on the other side. Yeah, this is the doorway. Trust that everything you hope and dream of will be there waiting for you. See, like even these two cards are connected. We see the water, I see the earth. Just trust your highly intuition and open up and step into your destiny, even if that means that some parts of you you have to leave behind, that it feels like a death, but that's, be sure, will bring a rebirth, and in the end that's your soul purpose. Thank you for watching. Welcome to your reading. For those with the life path number 4, we have here the card from Tarot, the Emperor as life purpose, and this number 4 can be obtained as a combination from other numbers like 22 or 30. We know that we don't really have in the major arcana 22 cards, just we go up to 21, but because in some tarot decks, and I also consider now the Fool as 0, but here as 22, because it's like the beginning of new cycle. The cycle just continues. So I will look for those of you who, by adding all the numbers of your birthday, you get number 22. This is also a magical number, also very much soulmate's number. So I will consider number 4 as your card Emperor, as your life purpose, and the Fool as your soul purpose. So number 4, the Emperor as the life purpose, makes you a caring authority and somebody who has a sense of order. You are definitely a leader, which is associated here with Aries, and you are sensitive to others' needs, and you are very focused on making the right choices for the good of all. So this is mainly your life purpose. And then if we look at the soul purpose, that's more like you came in this lifetime and other lifetimes to achieve. It's the new adventurer, that you are in synchronicity with your intuition and with the power of the universe. And as we see in this beautiful card, it's like the body as such doesn't even exist. So it's not about material, it's very much about just having new experiences and really like jumping in the unknown, but really with the joy that wherever it is, it's for the best and it's good for your soul. So this is maybe what you have to learn in this lifetime as well, but also in all the lifetimes, just to enjoy the new adventures. Now for each number, I'm picking up a card for the heart, and for you it's the 6 of Pentacles, a card for the mind, and here is the Page of Swords, and a card for the spirit, and here is the 2 of Swords. So let's take one by one and have a look at the meaning. We look at the 6 of Pentacles, obviously a card of balance. So what you are working on, especially with the energy of Uranus conjunction with North Node in Taurus, is how to get this balance and harmony, what really makes you feel this. And you know you are more fortunate than others, and maybe even how to make a balance between giving and receiving, and you have a kind of power and influence on others, and find out what that really means to you. This card is also connecting with the solar plexus, so for this reason I will pick up a card from the chakra deck, and the card that came for you, it's the Miracle, a beautiful card in a village where people were very much self-centered. One little girl gave extra money as a return from a purchase, and then suddenly this beautiful light started, and then everybody was asking, why is this happening? And one day a child asked the light, why are you here? And the light says, I'm shining every time when something good happens in the world. And this made the people around from that village, who was called Darkville, to become more selfless. So actually with your integrity, and this is also what this 6 of Pentacles is, you can turn everything into light. You have this power to realize this. Now when we look at the card of the mind, the Page of Swords, person of curiosity, who is very powerful, mental, a lot of energy, always curious, always asking questions, and very good in communication. So these are the attributes that maybe you can improve. Just be alert and keep your eyes open, and it's also a card of being vigilant. And for this for the mind to accompany this tarot card. I also pick up a card from Oracle of the World, and the card is Union. A beautiful card connecting the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon. Of course, here it talks about a romantic union, but I see it combined with this card more as finding the kinder spirits, be in groups who are somehow at the same vibe with you, who resonate with the same truth as you. And then we come to the spirit. We see here the Two of Swords, somebody who can't see, of course, he can still feel the heart. And he has, or she has, the two swords. That's a symbol of like making choices. Why I like in this type of swords here, that it's like a broken infinity sign. It's something that still needs to be complete. If you put them together, you complete the infinity sign. But for this moment in time, you cannot see with the eyes, you cannot see the world to your physical eyes. So just try to use all your senses, and decisions that you make are based on intuition. And this card is also associated with Moon in Libra, so we come back to the balance. This card actually here was also associated with Moon in Taurus, so we have the Taurus energy that it's very good to use at this point. And now we have the Moon again, so that's a sign that your intuition is very powerful. It's telling you what you need to know, and then you can restore the peace and the balance and the harmony that you are looking for here by speaking your truth. That will help you. It looks here like making a choice, whatever choices you are supposed to do now, especially based on the spirituality. And I will maybe here with your mind that you are looking for the proper community where you can speak up your truth. And I also pick up a card for the spirit, and the card is number 4. We are now with the number 4, so it means this is even a stronger message for you. Be without malice. You have been hurt, disrespected, or disappointed by others. Other has let you down or betrayed you. It is normal and natural to experience feelings of anger, hurt, and disappointment. This can be a reason why you don't want to look anymore around you. It's like maybe in a way closing yourself to the outer world. To feel any and all emotion, it's natural, but you have choice always in how you respond. The card of choice, yeah? Do not allow your hurt to become a source of infection. Acknowledge it. Learn from it and your experience, and then let the anger, hurt, and disappointment go. Do not allow them to inspire acts born of malice or spite. An explanation for you why you could have this Two of Swords here, or disappointment from fear of being hurt. But keep your heart open. Even if the eyes are closed, the heart is still open. The choice is yours, how you let those events or people or situation that hurt you to come into your heart. It's very important for you, the balance and the harmony, and that you can do by your own choices. Even with things from the past, that you were hurt, you can heal them, you can work through them, and you can change your own perception of the reality. I hope this is helpful, and thank you for watching. Welcome to your reading for those of you with life path number 5, and the tarot card associated is the Hierophant. Of course, the number 5 can be obtained by adding all the numbers of your birthday, but you can also get 14, which of course 1 plus 4 is 5. So in this case, then you have the life purpose, number 5, and the soul purpose, the Temperance. It means that for your life, the purpose now is to find the truth. You are seeking the truth. You look for integrity, for wisdom. And because this is very much a symbol of old tradition, you are also a bridge. You have the keys to the old and the new tradition. Be wise. This is what you are trying to accomplish in this lifetime. And if you have another card for the soul purpose, then the Temperance, then it's more what you are looking for to realize in all your lifetimes, and that is to find a balance and harmony and moderation, and of course with a lot of mindfulness, and enjoy the abundance. It's like a perpetuum mobile here. You just balance from left to right, and then you keep on having what you need. And she has the eyes closed, the physical eyes, and I think she's much more connected with the inner self, and in this way she really experiences harmony. For each number I pick up 3 cards, one for the heart, and for you it's the 6 of Swords, one for the mind, and you have the Ace of Pentacles, and one for the spirit, and you have the 4 of Swords. Well, let's take it one by one. The 6 of Swords here is a moment of when you allow the change to happen. In a way, you release control. You see all the swords are in a kind of flow, a moment of change, but then you let your inner self to tell you what to do, how to handle this change, and that's the moment when, in a way, you release control. It's associated with a third eye, creative energy of magic that you allow to come into your life, and for that reason I pick up a card from the chakra wisdom, and the card is faith. It's also from the third eye, and the story is that I am more than I think I am. Peggy is terrified that she can't pass the wall in front of her, and she feels that prevents her from moving forward. Maybe like a lot of us, that we think we are not good enough, or we don't really acknowledge our powers. She cries out for help. The Great Spirit appears and tells her that she is holding a royal purple brick, thinking that it is a wall. They encourage her to place the brick back in the path and ask her not to give up on life. Peggy lowers the brick to the ground and courageously steps forward. Her future lights up. So sometimes maybe the walls are just imagined walls. I see here Mother Earth in this beautiful card. I see here Sophia and the Holy Grail, the wisdom. So everybody responds to Peggy's call. There is no real wall, except that we are on the path. We are exactly where we have to be, and we have to allow ourselves to shine. And of course, this purple is the color of the third eye. It's in line with your, let's say, soul purpose here. And then for the mind, we have this Ace of Pentacles, which is very much about material world, about opportunity and potential, that seeds that maybe you planted in this world are finally showing their results in the material world, of course. So that's a very beautiful card for the mind. And then I will pick up an oracle card from the Oracle of the World, and your card is a present. It means, particular this card, it's a number 11. That's about now. The here and the now are the presents that the universe has for you. So enjoy them, see them in their beauty. I like they are both here, the two rounds. So like the circle, it's round, the circle of your own thoughts. If you can focus on the present and in here and in now, no past, no future, then you are on your way to find this balance and harmony that you are here to accomplish. And for the spirit, we have this Four of Swords, which is a moment of rest. And if I think of this card of the Fae, that you were struggling, that you were not on the right path, or you cannot continue now, it's, you know you can. So just allow yourself to rest. Just allow yourself to contemplate. I see here like she is not looking at the way ahead, but what was already done, in a way, contemplation, or how far you are from this energy. You know, your heart is getting beautiful colors, because you have to appreciate yourself, and gratitude for yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean that you look back to the past, or that you are not focusing on the future, because we said already here that it's important to be in here and now. But in here and now, feel the gratitude and appreciation for who you are. And for this card, I also pick up card from Messenger deck, and the card for you is embrace the feminine. Within ourselves, there are two aspects to our nature, the feminine and the masculine. Here in the present, you need to embrace the feminine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now it's time to be nurturing, creative, and to connect with nature, home, and heart. Listen to your intuitions and emotions. Be receptive and compassionate. But remember, whilst you allow your feminine self to be dominant, you need to temper your gentleness. Back to the balance, to the harmony. And I like how she has this egg alive here. We can think of the seed of life, and of course the connection with nature. But nature allows us the moment of contemplation. We have here even this green color that it comes back, which is the color of the heart. So you have beautiful reading, great moment to use the energy of Uranus conjunction with North Node in Taurus to get further on your path and have the faith that you are where you are supposed to be. Thank you for watching. Welcome to your reading for those of you with life path number 6. In tarot, this is the beautiful card of lovers. You can get number 6 by adding all the numbers of your birthday, but you can also get number 15, for which we have the devil card from tarot. So with other words, for you will be the life path, in this case the lovers, and the soul purpose will be the devil. It sounds maybe tricky, but let's look at the meaning of the cards. For the life purpose, you are looking for harmony and for cooperation, and in the end, of course, for love, that which is the main aspect that you came here to experience. And then if we look at the devil, the soul purpose here to manage to stop the self-destruction, not to live in fear, because like we said here, you came to experience love, but in order to experience love, you need to get rid of any fears you have, any obsession, any things that can hold you back. So these two are kind of combination of the two extremes, the love and fear. For each number, I pick up a card for the heart, which is for you death, another maybe shocking card, but let's wait and see the meaning. For the mind, the chariot, and for the spirit, the star. Just by looking at the cards, you know, these 5 powerful major arcana cards for you, so that's already a sign that this energy of Uranus conjunction with North Node in Taurus, it's really coming in a special moment in your life. You can use it in all areas of your life to bring some change or some good insights. Let's look at the card of death, which actually it's so beautiful here. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's about transformation, about change, and mostly it's about realizing that all is energy, even our body, because we talking about heart, the energy of our heart all around us. It's very important to have this kind of practice to clear up our energetical body. Like some days ago, I went to a party, there were a lot of people, and I brought back with me some heavy energy. I hardly could sleep and had to do some cleaning yesterday. So a kind of hygiene, energetical hygiene, because even other people's thoughts of us, even if we try to control our own thoughts, other people's thoughts, they can also stick to our energetical body. So this is actually a very beautiful card, because it's associated with 7th chakra. I pick up a card from the chakra wisdom, and the card associated with the 7th chakra for you, it's the card of rejection. The story is that the artist is asked to be part of a jury, but in the end he's not. They are not using him. He doesn't fit their concept of what a jury should be. He paints pictures no one understands. He lives alone. They want somebody who will put himself in the other guy's place, but he will never do that. He doesn't get mixed up with anything and anyone. They honor his individuality when they invited him, but then when he is there, they reject him by not using him. And this is a card about looking for other approvals in a way, and having maybe an environment that it's not supportive. But also by doing that, by being alone in a way, you don't have the chance to understand others. And this was one of the reasons that he was rejected. It's a question for us, or for you in this case, what's the reason of your solitude? So you have your individuality, of course, but in order to go through the transformation, which actually this card of death is, you need to get out of this isolation that you maybe self-created. For the mind, we said we have the card of Chariot, which is a very powerful card, the driving force of your thoughts. You are here on a situation when you have the yin and yang, even if they are pushing in different direction, you are the one who are very much in charge. You have the motivation to go on. You have a clear direction. I think you are definitely on the right track here. And I pick up a card, and the card is a chance. So good luck. It's, I think, speaks for itself. Don't have to add too much to it, because you have the luck on your side, but you are powerful enough. But it's good to have the good luck also joining this combination. And for the spirit, you have this, what can I say, amazing card, the star, wishing for a star, but seeing the stars, wherever we doubt where we are, maybe even when we are alone inside. It's good to go out and look at the stars and see that there is a place for every star. They all shine differently. So this is a card of hope, a very beautiful omen. You are really on your path to the light. So spiritual, this is a very beautiful sign for you. And an oracle card from the Messenger Oracle, and the card, it's Honor Gaia. The earth upon which you dwell is more than just a rock covered in water, stone, and earth. The earth beneath your feet, the mountains, the forests, the rivers, the lakes, the oceans, and the air that you breathe are all part of the magical living entity that is Gaia. She is our eternal mother, our provider, and our home. Gaia gives us life. Without her, we would not be. Honor Gaia by seeing the truth of what she is. Honor Gaia by loving her as you love yourself. You think even this with rejection, the intention to go out, and being out also means to enjoy the beauty around you, and that's a great moment to not only to be ready in your mind and determined with your mind, but also physically to do some changings, and then with your spirit when you open to the stars, honor Mother Earth, our home. Enjoy the magic. Welcome to your reading. If your life number is number 7, which in Tarot is the Chariot. So this is your life purpose, and because the number 7 can also be obtained from number 16, this we will consider as your soul purpose. For the life purpose and life path, the Chariot means that in this lifetime you are really having willpower, you are looking for a triumph, you have determination, you are stirring these two forces like the yin and yang in a certain direction, you know your direction. And for the soul purpose, this Tower card, it's more about learning how to accept the change and release and trust the divine intervention. Mostly when a tower like this is breaking down, like here hit from above, so divine intervention. Sometimes the real treasure is under the tower, so something that you could have never maybe experienced. So that's about accepting change and trusting that's for your good interest in the end. For each number I have 3 cards. One card is for the heart and you have again the tower. One card is for the mind and you have the 8 of swords, and one card for the spirit and you have the 4 of wands. Beautiful cards. Let's try with the tower that we just discussed about it. So it's, for me it shows that in these special energies of Uranus conjuncting North Node in Taurus, the soul purpose for you is more present than ever. Maybe it's at the physical level, material level, but also in your heart with the emotion. So really pay attention that this is here like the water that shows that you have to use the flow and accept the change as part of life. That's why you have here also an extra symbol, the symbol of the water. So don't worry, allow the flow to take you where you are supposed to be. And this card is associated with the first chakra. So I pick up a card from the chakra wisdom, and the card for you is discovery. Discovery is about learning that you are more than you think you are. Life is easy for young Pink. He takes his girls for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life, forcing him on an inner journey. He works hard on himself, hoping for another chance that doesn't come. In desperation, he consults Sky God and learns that Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Pink recognized that Petunia's role in his life has been to expand his capacity to love. I think this is a great completation of this tower with maybe things that they are not going the way we want. They are actually learning experiences and they help us opening our heart. I think this is a very beautiful advice or a moment in time for you when even if you go through things that you feel like you don't make enough progress, like because you are in a chariot, so you are focused and determined, but trust that all these experiences are just learning experience. For the mind, we have the 8 of Swords, about the process of initiation, and you are really focusing on your goals in this. It's the Lord of shorted voices because it brings change, and this is according to your soul purpose here, and the focus is according to your life purpose. You are going to access a situation which you feel a little bit trapped, but don't worry, this is part of the change progress. And I pick up an oracle card for you, and that comes with this tarot card, and this is the change. Everything is changing. We see here the seasons, the moon and the sun, and the day and the night. So trust the change. It's reinforcing this purpose of you and the situation in which you are. Maybe all these energies are bringing lots of change in your life. And then for the spirit, you have the beautiful 4 of Wands. then it's about letting go of the old. It's about cooperation, friendship, and I think it shows that in these particular times to find kindred spirits with which you can build a community. It's associated with Venus, so it can bring a lot of beauty in your heart, of course, love, and then something beautiful is coming from all of this. And the oracle card for you, it's the card of let go of the old, 22. So we are here with the advice of, are you holding on to beliefs and notions that no longer serve you? Are you blocking your own growth and forward momentum because you fear to end a chapter in your life? I think you will be forced to end it. It is time to release all that you hold on to that no longer serves. It is time to say goodbye to all that no longer has a place of purpose in your life. It's time to have an emotional or physical spring clean. It's time to let go of the past so you can be open to what the future may bring. Of course, it's not the spring clean. It's about cleaning your soul and even the colors. You see the colors of these two cards, like they are coming together. You have the green and you have the beautiful orange. So trust that it's like going a little bit from darker to light. Maybe this experience can feel like this. 22 is a magical number. It's even a number of twin souls. So this can also be a reunion with your twin soul if you believe in this, not only romantically but also at the friendship level. So just trust these energies that are bringing something good in your life. Hope you enjoy your reading. Thank you for watching. For those of you with a life number 8, 8 in Tarot, it's associated with strength. We will see that as the life purpose. And if your numbers together bring you to the number 17, 1 plus 7 is 8, we will see this as your soul purpose. If not, your life purpose is the same like your soul purpose. Life purpose, it's this beautiful strength card that means courage, endurance, love, inner strength, understanding of others. And this is Leo. We are now Leo energy. We are approaching the opening of Lion Gate in 8-8. So this is a very strong, beautiful energy for you in this moment in time, even with Uranus conjunction North Node in Taurus. It happened in this period. So look for more inner strength and understanding of oneness. Not only humans, but everything that is nature, of course animals, but the nature as such. And it shows the beautiful communion with Mother Nature, I see it here. And the beautiful card for the soul purpose, the star, that you are looking for self-confidence. You are enjoying all the opportunities because you see in them high potential and you are inspired by everything. So even this little small thing can inspire you, and maybe all the signs that you see around you. So this is what you are trying to achieve, this beautiful star, and all the stars around are to your reach. It's also like we say, wish upon a star and your wishes will come true. So this is really a beautiful soul purpose. I have a card for the heart, and for you is the Six of Wands, a card for the mind, and for you it's the King of Pentacles, and a card for the spirit, and you have the King of Wands. Strong energies here. We will start with the heart. You have the Six of Wands, which is also Jupiter in Lion, so you have a lot of Lion energy here, shining energy. This is a card of dharmic flow. You don't have more karma, you are creating now dharma. It's like everything you do, it's effortless. You are just flowing, maybe being the flow or just going with the flow in any way. This is a good card about the energy that you are now in, and then maybe use this Uranus conjunction with North Node in Taurus energies even more. And we have here this beautiful color of orange, that's a second chakra. I pick up a card from the chakra wisdom for you, and you have the card of service. I attract to you whatever you desire if you give up your desire. We wish for something, we can manifest, but then we let go. We are not really focusing on how it's going to happen, because when we are the flow, or we go with the flow, we trust the synchronicity of life. So that's here the card of service. Honey Adams loved her 3 children very much and had a rewarding family life. Thought sometimes she regretted never finding a career outside the home. At the end of her life, she realized that this failure was not a failure at all. She achieved something more important, passing on a legacy of service to her daughter. And being a mother is a great accomplishment. So this is about seeing the life the way it is, and knowing that when you follow your heart, your resonance, the flow, everything is according to your life purpose and your soul purpose. This is how you can fulfill them, by giving up what you think you deserve and being at service. You will realize that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and you have everything you desire. The card for the mind is this King of Pentacles, which is also Taurus energy. So it comes back, the stability of a fixed earth sign, reliability, a practical and realistic energy that you have now in your mind, in your thoughts. So that's something that can assist you. And then an oracle card that I get for you is this energy of a rupture. Something maybe it's not going to work according to your expectation, but you have this powerful King of Pentacles here to help you, to bring you back into stability and something you can be reliable. Just be practical and realistic. And for the spirit, we have another king, this time the King of Wands, which is actually Leo energy. We are now in the time of Leo energy. We have the Lion Gate coming in 8-8. So with all these energies that are already powerful, you also have the help of this, the passion of this fixed fire sign, and it's one of the most charismatic and inspiring leaders. So that's maybe what you are inviting to be, to giving voice to your deepest desires and then let them go, but use this energy because it's very inspiring also for others, and this is also the way of, say, being service by inspiring others. The oracle card that I got to accompany you, it's a new day dawns, and it's interesting enough that today I was looking at cards for the new moon. It's today also in Lion, and it was that we have a new day dawn. So that's the type of energy, the new beginnings. Today is a new day. With the dawn comes an opportunity to begin again or to embrace something new. It's just said here a kind of rupture, something that it's maybe an end and then starting something new. Create what you wish to create. Become the person who you dream of being. Do not allow your doubts or fears to hold you back, for this day is bright with hope and good fortune. Go forth and greet it with a smile upon your lips and joy in your heart. And this is also, look, the shining light from this King of Wands, from this fire, the green heart, the new dawn that starts, and beautiful energy of the dragon. So be aware of the beautiful energy and the power that you have, a lot of lion energy for you. I hope you enjoy your reading. Welcome to your reading. For those of you with life path number 9, the Hermit in Tarot, and this number 9 can also be obtained from 18, which in Tarot is the moon. So if you add the numbers of your birthday and you get a 9, then this is your life purpose and soul purpose. But if you get an 18 and that you can reduce to 9, then you have a life purpose like the Hermit, and the soul purpose, the moon. So I will explain both of the meanings. The Hermit, it's about this lifetime, reflection, guidance, inner peace, a lot of studying, and be the shining light for others. wherever you experience and you learn, you have to share with others. You are invited to share with others if you want to fulfill your life purpose, the guidance that's very important in your life. And then as a soul purpose, you have the moon, which is about the intuition, and you can use it also to fulfill your life purpose. Divine feminine, the subconscious, and instinct and clairvoyance. So you are in a very powerful spiritual journey, not only in this lifetime, but in more lifetimes. And for each number, I pick up a card for the heart, and you have the star, a card for the mind, and you have the 7 of wands, and a card for the spirit, and you have the moon. That's beautiful. 2 major arcana cards, which is also important. It shows that this moment in time with Uranus conjuncting North Node in Taurus, it brings a kind of energy that it's important for you. You can use it. That's why we have these major arcana cards here. Let's start with the heart, the star. That is hope, that you are connected as much with the ground you are on, with earth, but also with the stars, with the universe. That's beautiful for the heart part. And this card, it's connected with the 7th chakra, our connection with above. So it's more about as above, so below, the star. And the card for you from the chakra wisdom is release. Not keeping secrets, not being focusing on the past, very much living in the present, looking more at the stars to find inspiration. And this is about Nikita, who goes to the graveyard when she rushes from the wind and the rain, and then she sees the shadow of a grey storm that appears and speaks to her in her own voice, repeating pointfully that the things that she used to say to herself and to others. It's all your fault. I never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain to her own words, she learns that she is the one who's making herself miserable. She leaves the graveyard with a changed heart, ready to forgive herself and others. So there is a light coming there, even in the rain and in the wind. And it's a kind of moment in which you realize that the way you forgive yourself, you forgive also others. The way you talk with yourself, maybe you will not talk to others. And then just pay attention to the words, pay attention to your thoughts, of course. Be more in the energy of the star and release everything that gives you the feeling of blame or a guilt. You can move forward only if you release all these crosses, all these stones that are maybe keeping you to reach the star. And don't forget, you also have it here in your life purpose, this beautiful star. For the mind, we have the 6 of wands, which is Jupiter in Leo. We are now in the Leo season. We are approaching the Lion Gate, so that's a beautiful energy of fire, being in the flow, effortless effort. Wherever you do, it just comes in a natural way, and then you don't really have karma anymore. You are creating dharma, and that's important. You release here from the past and from the stones that you are putting on your path, and then you can have this beautiful effortless flow. And the oracle card that came with this tarot card for you, it's the clay, the key. You have the key to release all those past stories, and then to open a beautiful dharmic experience for you from now on. And for the spirit, you have this beautiful moon again. So you are in a period of time where you have really the energy of this Uranus conjuncting North Node in Taurus to help you fulfill not only the life purpose, but mostly the soul purpose, that you are really finding your inner peace. And you love yourself enough, yeah? And then you see how you can do it by releasing the way you talk with you and by creating Dharma. And we have here a card, oracle card for you from the Messenger Oracle, and this is about your dreams that are powerful tools for increasing self-awareness, for they contain within them the unfiltered truth. Whether it be a dream or a nightmare, they are keys to understanding your inner self, both your joys and your fears. Commute with Gaia and Great Spirit in the stillness of your nights. Learn to read and interpret your dreams. Listen to what they tell you. Pay close attention to how they make you feel. Heed what they reveal and learn who you are and who you wish to be. I think the card itself speaks for herself. You have the moon in the card again, and of course also the sun and the change and the nature. So Mother Nature, in order to find your inner peace. Hope you enjoy your reading.